wrote, Sue Smith, watching live today is my reward for starting spring cleaning.
Oh my God, Sue, come to my house, please,
Sue,
please. Where are we?
Sue. No. You're going way too far.
Where are
spring
we?
cleaning is
I don't see us.
stupid. Here, it's okay, honey. I get it. I get it for you. I get it. It's okay. My channel live.
Live.
There we are.
We are.
Oh
Oh my God, all the babbling. Hi guys.
Cleaning does not last, but sewing
No,
does.
why do it? It's gonna, yeah.
I vacuumed the other day. I did my semi-annual
I'm
house
jealous.
cleaning.
I'm cloudy weather. It's really pretty out today.
It's the sun's out and
Yeah.
it's 43, which isn't horrible.
No,
it's
but it's supposed
to be
go
like in the 80s.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah,
That's insane.
that's a little bit of a jump,
That's
but
too
that's
much.
New York for you.
Too much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Julie, no. Sue's coming to my house next, not your house next.
I have a feeling Sue's not going to any of
I
our
don't think
houses
she's
to
gonna-
clean.
no.
Sue's like, I can't hear you. What?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you say my name? Sorry.
Oh well.
Oh my goodness. It's April. We're here.
Yeah, April Fool. Oh no, not April Fool.
No.
That
no.
has come and gone.
I did. Did anyone get tricked? I'm always really leery about anything that anyone like on the radio or on Facebook says on April Fool's Day, because I'm like, I don't know. When I used to listen to normal radio, the DJs would always have something ridiculous, but they would start it in a way that you're like, is that real? And you would forget what day it was,
Yeah.
and you start listening, and then all of a sudden you'd realize it was April 1st and go, that is
Not
such a
really.
lie. That is such a lie.
It's raining in Sacramento, California.
That's a good thing though, isn't it? Don't you need rain?
Ah.
Like, don't you always need rain? There's my microphone.
Oh, Julie said I'm in non-weight bearing mode first, so she needs her first.
Julie is
What is she?
She's on crutches.
Oh, well, Julie, I'm
So
sure your
that's no
house
fun.
isn't as messy as mine right now.
No, my house is a mess. My house identifies as disgusting. So
It does.
totally
not.
fine.
I've never
It does.
seen it.
Yeah, because
But
it's so
she
bad.
won't let anybody come
I
over
won't
there.
let anyone in.
Nope.
Also, I have angry animals, so nobody wants
You
to come.
don't know about angry animals. Mine are 70-pound angry animals.
That is true.
They're
Mine
not
just-
angry though.
Mine are little ankle biters.
Mine are just they just want to be friends with everybody and jump.
Yeah. See, and
And
I
they're
actually don't
70
mind that.
pounds.
Mine don't want to be friends with anybody, including each other. They almost got into it again the other day.
Oh, jeez.
I have spent too much time at the emergency vet because of these two idiots.
Oh.
So anyway, we're not here to talk about dogs. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know.
I don't know.
Genome. Should we start with Genome?
Genome.
Because I'm
Sounds
really
like
excited.
a good plan.
Because Genome didn't announce it, which kind of bummed me out, but that's okay. It's all right. I am on to the final round of the Presser Foot Championship.
Are we surprised?
I'm so
No.
excited. We shouldn't be surprised because it's because of you guys. Because you guys, I ask you to do me a favor, and you're like, we're not only going to do it, we're going to go above and beyond and do it. And you go on multiple accounts, liking things, commenting. You're all over it. So I'm going to ask you for one more favor at some point, probably next week. It is down to me with my S foot and the couching foot, which the girl who does the couching foot does a really good job. And it's a really cool foot. It's not something I've ever even tried, but it's cool. I don't know if you saw hers. The first one she did was this like orange jacket that she got at Target. She said in clearance, which I love. You get something on clearance. And then she made it for her daughter with a smiley face on it. And she couched the black and the white. It was so cool. So I'm like, okay, I have some good competition. Danielle from Genome was like, you guys both did really, really well with your reels. Could you make us one more? So I have one more video to make. And then I will be asking all of you when it's up, go vote for me. Because I didn't realize there is a prize.
That's right.
I didn't know that because I'm really good at paying attention, as we learned earlier this week. It's a sewing machine. Like I need another one, but whatever.
Good for the classroom.
It's for it's for the classroom.
There you go.
And that's a good segue. Good job, Barb.
I know.
Our classroom is just about ready. We have Barb has some stuff for me to bring in, and then hopefully next Thursday goes really well. We're having our test class.
Yep.
So we invited some friends over. That way, if anything went wrong, we could all laugh about it together.
Yeah.
If we have any electrical issues or anything.
Yeah.
And then once we get it all sorted out, because I think there's going to be 9 or 10 of us sewing,
Oh my gosh.
which is good because I wanted a lot of
Yeah.
people to sew.
Last I knew it was 8.
Including us, I
Oh,
think, because
okay.
I don't know if I included us
Oh no, I don't
in
think
our
you did.
number. So it's 9 or 10 people,
Yeah.
which is great. 9 or 10 people, and iron
It's
sewing
like
machines.
a mini retreat.
It's like a little baby retreat. And so we're going to see how Thursday goes. Hopefully we don't blow any fuses. Hopefully everything is good. And then I will have class dates where the rest of you can come visit us on the website.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that. Really good segue. Very good, Barb.
You're
You
welcome.
did an amazing job.
I planned that.
You totally did. Everything we do is planned.
Oh,
To the T.
definitely. Sure.
Yes.
Last minute though.
Last minute. So we will have our classroom open very, very soon. And Shayna helped out, and Sean's always doing stuff, and Eric helped with all the lights, and it's just we are a family, whether we want to be or not. So we are all in
I always
it.
wanted a sister.
Aww. So here we are.
2 brothers,
See, and I grew up as an only child.
Oh,
There
poor
was a
thing.
thing. Let me ask you, because you had siblings. So
2
there's a
brothers,
thing
yeah.
going around on TikTok that says, do you announce when you leave the room, or were you an only child? And I realized I never do. Like, I'm that person that's like, I'm gonna leave now, and I just leave. And I don't always tell people that I'm leaving. I will leave a party and I don't want to interrupt people, so I'll just go. And then I realized Eric announces literally everything he does. And I was like, this is why, because you grew up with a sibling, because there's always someone around.
Yeah, I always feel like I should say something if I'm leaving.
And I just leave.
Like, I'm going upstairs now.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
Or I'm going
well,
outside.
I'll just walk. And Eric sometimes will go, where are you going? I'm like, the
Explains
living room.
Shayna.
See, isn't it?
'Cause
She just
Shayna's an
leaves.
only child. She just goes.
See, and
I'm
I
like,
never
where
knew.
is she?
Thank you to TikTok for letting me know all the
Yeah.
weird things that I do that I didn't know were
Okay.
weird.
Now it makes sense.
Because I didn't grow up with siblings, so I would just get
Mhm.
up and leave, and I would just do whatever I wanted. I
Mhm.
didn't know that was a thing. So, yeah. So maybe you have a weird quirk you didn't know about. Hang out on TikTok, and they'll tell you all about it.
Oh, we got to sign up for the next class already. Julie.
Julie, get healed and get
Yes,
up here.
exactly.
So I'm guessing the classes will probably start in May. I was hoping for April. You know that. We do have a class in April, but it's just like a test class. But once that's done, we have a retreat, and then I go to Kentucky. So I'm guessing our
Mhm.
first classes will be in May. And as soon as they're on the website, I will have a separate class page because it'll just be easier to find it, and I'll put them all up there.
Sounds
So
like a plan.
I'm very excited because it just feels like it's been forever that we've been buying light bulbs and getting tables and getting everything done. And the other
Looking
day,
for ironing boards.
and
irons.
ironing
Do
boards.
you have extra irons? Did you
I
get
have 2
irons?
irons, and I have 2 at home, so I've got plenty of
You
irons.
should just buy some for here.
Well, I probably will. You know that. I put a light bulb in over here the other day, and then I tried to put another one in, and I realized that the ladder was not tall enough unless I stood on the top of the ladder.
Oh,
And then I
God,
just
no.
imagined
By yourself?
I will die. So I think
Yeah.
that, well, do you really think Eric's going to help? You'd hold my ankles and I'd fall backwards. So, I mean, what is, yeah.
That's true. What's the
So-
point? Make him do it.
There you go. So the lights are coming along.
It's very bright in there, so it's going to be
It's
great.
so bright.
Yeah.
So what else? I'm trying to get all the talk out of the way so that I can show you stuff.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, the majority of it, the bulk of it.
Uh-huh.
So is that everything? I think that was it.
I think so.
Okay. So we got some new cork, and then we also got,
We
I
got
didn't
lots
tell you,
of cork.
we got lots of cork, but I told you about a lot of the restocks. We got 2 in yesterday or the day before. So
before you move on,
yes,
clarify this. Your sister's going to be mad because Julie says, "Don't you have a sister?"
I have a sister. I didn't
lot
grow
younger,
up
though.
with a sister. So, fun fact, in case you didn't know, yes, I do have a sibling now. I was 19. Well, no, I was 2 weeks from my 19th birthday when she was born. So my entire childhood into adulthood, I was an only child. And then because I moved out when she was born and never
She
came
was an only
back,
child.
she was an only child. So yes, I have a sister. We are very, very close. Finally, because we're both adults. It's hard to be close to someone who's 19 years younger than you when they're 5. What do you have in common with a 5-year-old? So
Especially you.
especially me, because I am 85 in my brain. So yes, I did grow up as an only child. I have a sibling now. So yeah, in case you didn't know that, I am old enough to be my only sister's mother. And that was always fun. Going to the store, they go, "Oh, are you hanging out with your mom and grandma today?" And my mom was like, my mom would go, "Nope, sister, mother." And then they go, "Oh, and they get all weird and awkward about it. And the two questions I get whenever anyone finds that out, the first two questions, are there any in between? No. Same parents. And I'm like, that's
Yeah.
rude.
Yeah,
So I'm
really.
like, yep. My mom does not like being rushed into making decisions. So let it go. Okay. Yeah. That's how it is.
Mhm.
After she had her, she very briefly thought maybe we should have had another one so that they would have like someone
Yeah.
to grow up with.
Uh,
That would have just been weird, having like
Mhm.
two extremely younger
Yeah.
siblings. One would have been even way younger. So yeah, that's my life. So there you go. In case you didn't know, in case you're new here, my sister will turn 24, and 2 weeks later, I will turn 43. That's how it goes. So,
Oh,
any
dear.
other questions about my weirdness?
No.
Okay, so we got two new colors of waterproof canvas, and then we also
Oh,
got teal
boy.
and ivory. Now I know this is probably not what you're expecting. Like that's dark and boring, but a lot of people do like to use waterproof canvas on the outside. I am not one of them because I like cork and I'm obnoxious. So these are for the people that are not like me. But we got black and we got charcoal. So I've ordered all of the fun colors. The next thing would be like the pastels, and I don't know if we're pastel people. We're getting there. Other than that, I kind of just thought we would go neutral, and they don't have a
Yeah.
navy.
No?
No, I think they might have like a chocolate. I'll have to see, but they don't have a navy. But I'm
That's
looking
surprising.
to see what else, because I did say a little while ago that we were going to expand our color selection. So we expanded into things for the outside of bags, more men oriented, or I don't like flowers. I want something neutral. So same waterproof canvas, just black and charcoal.
Did you forget to tell me we were going to expand?
Yes, I did. We got black and charcoal now. They're on the top
I
of
saw
the
them.
shelf.
I saw them. I'm like, those are different.
Barb, I
She forgets
forget to
tell me
tell,
things.
and it's not because I like to keep secrets from you.
I know.
Unfortunately for you, you know a lot of things about me you probably don't want to know. But I just forget a lot of things because I am really, really forgetful. So there's that. I'm just gonna throw them on the floor.
The two of us make a great pair.
Oh, it's terrible. What,
Neither one
you
of
said
us
to me,
remember anything.
you said to me before we got it, did I tell you this story? And I'm like, twice, but it's fine. And then I'm like, was it you or Eric? 'Cause
Yeah.
I talked to like 3 people. So I'm
Yeah.
like, was it you, Eric, or my mother? Which one of you did I tell the story to? Like,
I
I'm
do the
sorry.
same thing at home.
It's terrible.
Did I tell Sean? Did I tell you that?
Did I tell you that? Can I tell you again? Can I just tell you again for fun? I was telling Eric something the other day and he goes, "I'm pretty sure you already told me that." And I was like, well, you've been doing it longer than I have. Oh. This is what happens when your spouse is older than you. Well, a lot of things I was crying laughing the other day, and he did not think it was as funny as I did, but I thought it was really funny. So Eric and I were both home on Monday. So Eric is like, I can see him just like putzing around in the kitchen, walking in circles like one of the dogs. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you hungry? And he's like, yeah. I said, well, so am I. And I was thinking about there's a little cafe near us. They have really good bagels. I'm like, I was thinking about ordering something. Do you want to get something to eat? Sure. I said, okay. So I said, what do you want? I'm tired of making decisions. I've been making decisions 6 years longer than you. When you were still in your mother's womb, I was making decisions, and I was like, okay, all right, we're going to go there. So I said, okay, fine, whatever. So I get on my phone, I order my food, I throw my phone at him. He goes, what is that? And I said, well, read it. I said, you've been reading 6 years longer than me. Can't you read? His response to that, I haven't been reading 6 years longer than you. I said, so are you telling me that when I was like 5, 6 years old, learning to read, and you were 11, you couldn't read? Is that what you're telling me? And then I just started laughing to the point that I was crying. And he's like, why are you laughing so hard? I'm like, because I make myself laugh. Because it was funny. I'm imagining 11-year-old Eric going, I don't know. Listen, I entertain myself. So
I do too. Sean tells me I laugh too much.
Sean, shut up. All right. So I showed these already, but I just
Oh, I
have to.
didn't see that one.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, this one needs to have a moment. So we'll start with this one.
I like
Listen,
that one.
I love this. This is
Yeah.
like the brown basket weave, but it's the cream. So it has like a
Mhm.
tiny bit of gray in it. How pretty is this? Like, this would be such a nice accent on a bag. And yes, I know, only got a white bag. So what? Get
This
it dirty
time
and
of
make a
year-
new
yeah,
one.
this
This
time
is
of
the
year is
time of the
great.
year for it. Like,
Mhm.
I love this. So if you're going to use cream on something as your accent, you could get a little texture. So we have the cream basket weave, and then we have this one. I have been waiting.
I did not see that one.
I have been waiting for months for this. Look
Interesting.
at this.
Got a little bit of sparkle in
But
it.
it's not like it actually has a lot of sparkle, but it's
But it's
little.
not- yeah.
So it's not
So
like
it's a
whoa
little
in your
bit of
face.
sparkle.
Yes,
It's not unicorn tears.
it's not, but it's not confetti either, which also
No.
has kind
Yeah,
of chunkiness
yeah.
to it. It just hits
It's
the
subtle.
light just right, and so this is the rainbow metallic roots because it looks like tree roots to me. Like it looks like the way that it goes through.
Okay.
Listen, I've run out of words. I don't know what else to call
Some
this
of the
thing.
names she comes up with, she go, well, it looks like, and I'm like, really? Okay, if you say so.
You have to love me. Get
I
over
do.
it. Okay.
I don't
So-
have to.
Yes, you do. So I want to make everything out of this because I think it's so freaking pretty. And it's not,
It is.
there's
it's pretty.
no like dark colors. It's very
Yeah.
pastelish. Like there's no red or like bright, like dark
It's like
blue.
aqua and purple. Almost.
Yeah, there's some like medium blue, there's some green, there's some yellow, and a little bit of like a peachy color.
And some aqua.
Oh
Don't
my
forget the aqua. There's a little
gosh.
bit yellow.
It's
Yeah.
so pretty. It's so pretty.
Pinky.
So actually don't buy
Purple.
any of it because I want all of it.
Don't believe her.
Now these came in 2 days ago. That's why you're just finding out about them right now. You saw this one before. We had a piece of it. I wanted to try it out. So this one is the pink tie-dye. Is that acceptable to
That's
you?
acceptable.
Okay.
Yes.
This one is pink tie-dye. And it's got a little bit of yellow and a little bit of blue, but it is for the pink people. It is definitely for those that
Tried
like
to muffle
pink.
you.
You can't muffle me. You can't
They
shut
want
me
this
up.
held closer to the camera when you get a chance.
Okey-doke. All right, hold on. I gotta wait for YouTube to update. Look at that. How much closer you
I
want
don't
to
know.
get?
I don't know.
Look at it.
Isn't that pretty? It's very
My
pretty.
arms are only
Okay.
so long. You need this in your life.
There you go, Julie. I hope you were able to see it.
Yes. This will go with anything and everything or all by
Yeah.
itself. It could go with rainbow hardware or gold hardware
Rainbow
or
hardware
anything
would probably
you
be
want.
pretty, and I'm not a big rainbow fan.
I know. See, I will sell you one way or another. And then we have pink tie-dye.
Uh-huh.
And then we have this one, and I love this one.
That's very cute.
This one is the black swirly hearts. Is that
Oh,
acceptable?
that's good
Okay.
name. Good name.
It's the textured cream with the black. They're not
Swirly hearts.
hearts like in your face hearts. They're just like swirly hearts.
They are directional.
Hence the name. It is directional. But I mean, you could do little look, it's like little clouds.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
You
of
can do
cork
it
is
one way or the other, but
a lot of cork is directional. I can't
Exactly.
help that. I don't.
but it's pretty.
But it's
It is
pretty.
cute. That's very cute.
So that is that. And then this is not on the website, but it will be at 12 o'clock because it came in while we were getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
I got a notification that there was a package on the porch. So we got Vintage Garden canvas. So this is the cream. So it's not the natural background. It's not like the beigey natural. It's the cream colored background. And then they did it in blue. And I love this
That's
blue.
a pretty blue.
It's a really pretty, it's like a cobalt.
Yeah.
So I was walking by.
Yeah.
Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty?
She just happened to walk by.
I just happened to walk by and I was like, that's pretty.
That's pretty.
Because I have a tutorial to work on and I think that would be really pretty. That might be the
Yeah,
combination.
salmon would probably look pretty. With
Salmon
that
will
too.
definitely go. This one has, so this one does not have purple, but this one does. This I think
Oh,
would go with
yeah.
this
Lilac,
lavender.
lavender.
You could probably do the aqua with either one of
Oh,
these.
yeah. You do
Olive,
salmon with that one. too.
salmon with this one. There's a little bit of gold. The lemon yellow might work.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. I'm just looking at these colors.
Forest green.
Forest green. There's a lot.
Royal blue.
Royal. I know that I think the olive would look really pretty.
Yep.
It's darker, but I think it would
Yep.
look nice with the leaves. So
There's a myriad of colors that would
There
go with it.
is. It's a large print.
Very
and
large.
I'm going to take a picture with a ruler for the
Yeah, 'cause it's
website
very large.
because I did not realize how large of a print. So this is definitely not something for like a diva wallet. It would totally get lost. Like it would be pretty, but you wouldn't see the pattern. You see the colors.
Yeah.
But like a bigger bag, like the getaway bag, the wood shoulder, this
That
one,
way.
I think this would look really nice. So that's all the new stuff. That is everything that
That's
came
it?
in this week.
That's
Yes.
it.
Oh, but that's not
Oh,
it.
come on, we got boxes.
We did, but
The
those
post
are.
office was generous and sent
We
us
did.
a whole
We
bunch
got
of
lots
boxes.
well, because we've been cutting them up for templates.
Yeah.
So, I got some other things.
Cindy has a question. What are you going to
ask
make
me.
with the canvas?
Probably a getaway bag because I need one really bad because that fabric is gone.
Because she's
like,
going away.
way gone.
You need one because you're getting away.
Well, yeah, but I usually just try to take a suitcase. Otherwise I get overwhelmed with too many bags.
Yeah.
But I also think that would be a pretty cross-country tote, which,
Oh, it would be.
or a
yeah.
tourist
Yeah.
tote.
Yep.
One of the bigger ones. You could definitely do one of the like medium to large size purses. I
Yeah.
would just like, I would not do a Sammy. Like that would be
No.
awful because you'd lose the entire print.
What about
So,
this one?
this one,
Nope.
this one,
That one?
this one. That would work. I think
Yeah,
that would work
that
on
one's bigger.
harder. This one's so sad. Look at it.
Oh,
It
what
got
happened to it?
bleached
Faded.
by the sun. It was sitting
Oh.
in the window at the old office.
This you could use it for.
Oh yeah, for a road trip. That would be a really nice
road
road trip
trip.
bag with the cork on the bottom.
Yeah.
Very nice. Lots of options. Just not, I would not recommend it for anything really small.
You could
Would
use
be.
it on this.
You could use. And what bag is that?
Liana?
Yay! Good job.
That's a shocker. That's the one I want. I'm going to steal it someday. I love the embroidery.
You
on
want
it.
that one?
I love the embroidery.
I'll
on
put your name on it.
it. Okay.
Okay. So I ordered some other things.
Surprise, surprise.
Some of this is your fault. Some of this is other people recommending things. So we'll start with this. This is Marguerite's fault.
The stapler.
Marguerite.
I got a kick out of that.
Okay, so it's not her fault. She did not threaten me. But I have seen people in every bag group that I'm in talking about this Tim Holtz. Let me see. Hold on, because someone's going to ask me. This is the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher Mini Stapler. So that's the little thing it came with. Do you see this little teeny tiny thing? That's where the staples were.
Oh, geez.
Because they're minuscule. That's how tiny they
they're
are.
teeny tiny.
So a lot of people have been using this instead of clips when you're doing a bag and it's too hard to clip or the clips are coming off. You know how that goes sometimes. They're like flying everywhere. So Marguerite, and I needed to try this, she used it for her curved zipper, for a recessed zipper. She said she just made sure it was outside of the seam allowance, which if it's all the way out here, it would be. Let's see if I can do this without any pins or anything. And my nails are getting in the way. That is my problem right now. Okay, I need a pin because my nails are getting in my way. So she used it and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm sold. I'm buying one of these staplers.
It looked really cool.
It did. And everybody's been talking about how much they love it. And obviously you can use whatever one you want, but this one's a little baby stapler. You hear how it even goes crunch.
Yeah.
It's so little. Well, I mean, that worked really nicely. Let me try it if I can get in there. Oh, good, I can.
Don't staple your fingers.
Oops. Or staple the zipper actually together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm new. What can I tell you? Come on. But look at the size of these freaking staples.
They're teeny.
Like,
oh my
they're
God.
so tiny. I think they're 1/4 of an inch. They're minuscule. So, okay, I can't do this without using a pin. Watch me fumble.
That's because you have long nails.
I do, and they're too long right now, and I need to get them cut.
You just had them done last week, didn't you?
It's been almost 2 weeks.
Has it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I need a pedicure massage. So there it is. And it's out of the seam allowance, so
Look
I can
at
sew
that.
that. Marguerite, brilliant. I love it. I'm very excited. It was not expensive. It was actually, I don't remember how much. Let me tell you. It was not expensive. It's lightweight.
It's lightweight. It's even got his name on it. Woohoo!
Of course it has. The funny thing is, Tim Holtz is all about like fabric right now. I remember Tim Holtz when I was scrapbooking. His inks and his stamps and stuff. Like that's how I knew his name. Now he designs for Free Spirit, and he has some really cool fabrics. But it's so funny because I'm like, Tim Holtz to me will still always be the ink guy. He always had like the these ink pads and stuff, and like these really cool.
So I don't know. I'm sure Sue Smith is aware of them.
Sue Smith, I'm sure Sue
She's
Smith.
a big scrapbooker.
Yes. Okay. Our Wi-Fi.
Oh, where did you buy it?
Amazon, and I'm trying to tell you how much it is, but my phone says no. Come on, let me get into my orders here. I'm just having a hard time here because our Wi-Fi is not great, especially on this side of the building. Come on.
Sean is like, I hope everything's going well. I'll take whatever you can bring home.
Like here right now.
You just
oh my
text me
goodness.
that, yeah.
Mini. Oh yeah. Don't just type in Tim Holtz because it will come up with 8,000 things. Mini stapler. I bought it on Amazon because it came like in 2 days, and I don't know. It's a surprise. I think it was like $25 or $30 with the staples. Oh, here we go. Nope. Here we go. The tiny attacher
and refills, $22.61.
Thank you. My phone.
Or $17.28 in another place on Amazon.
It might be without the extra pack of staples.
Includes 100 staples, plastic and metal.
This is 1,550 tiny staples.
Okay.
So I'm just saying.
And there's another one. Then the staples are $13.87 on their own.
Thank you. So that was number one. I like
Public
it.
service announcement for Tim Holtz.
I get nothing from this. I should open an Amazon storefront so I get commission off of all of these stupid things.
Oh, Sue already put in here $22.61.
Thank you, Sue. Okay, so the other thing that I got is not this, but I just wanted to take this out. So my favorite double stick tape, I'm so glad that I tried it out a few months ago, is the Wallach. I like their medium, their regular. I have the hyper stick, but that is so sticky. You do not need that for regular stuff. Like if you're getting into leather and stuff, it's fine. Don't use the hyper stick if you're going to sew through it. You can sew through this, but also be cautious just because it can gum up your needle. So I try not to sew through it unless I have to. This is 1/8 inch. So I've always used 1/4 inch, and I like the 1/4 inch. I have a ton of it, but I love the 1/8 inch because you can keep it out of your seam allowance. So this is my favorite one. This is the Wallach medium.
Is it Wallach?
Wallach.
Or is it Waylock?
It's not Waylock. Listen.
Is it Wayweek?
It's wee. So I also ordered because Annie now has her own double-sided basting tape. And Annie is a sweetheart, and I love her. And I've known her for a long time. We used to run into each other at shows, and then we just kind of struck up a friendship. And she's just one of the nicest people. So I wanted to order hers and see what I thought, and I haven't even opened it yet. So hers is also 1/8 inch. I don't have prices on anything. I have no idea. Oh, but there's two. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, there's 2 rolls.
There's 2 rolls in here. Who knew? So probably the thing that says 2 rolls.
One for you and one for me. Huh?
2 rolls times 10 meters. Here. So,
I'm kidding.
Well, you have a Jane you need to work on, so you're gonna need that.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a sticky test.
Uh-oh.
Maybe. We might not. If I can open the damn tape. Come on. I really need to get my nails done.
Linda was saying she ordered that tape from Waywack and ordered it Monday night, and it was there on Wednesday. They are quick.
The people at Wallach are crazy.
Yeah.
Like I think they live outside of your house. Because you order something and you're like, oh, wait, it's here? Like all of a sudden someone's knocking on your door and you're like, it's been a half an hour. They're like DoorDash. It's really crazy. I don't know how they do it.
Like a case of spray starch.
Yeah, and how quick did it come in?
Like 2 days.
Whenever you log on and you'll be ordering something and it'll say estimated delivery.
Yeah.
Wednesday. I'm like, tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's not going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
and it is. I don't know how they do it. And their shipping is not outrageous where you should be paying crazy shipping to get something that quick. It's weird.
And their
So,
prices are reasonable.
Their prices are very reasonable. So, oh, and I posted something about thread yesterday.
Yeah.
And they liked my video, and then Orifil shared my video, and I was like,
good.
"Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
So, because I liked both of theirs, and sometimes, it's like, what's the sharks and the jets?
Yeah.
And, well, I don't want to post it
Yeah.
if you have someone else's in there, but Orifil was like, "We're good.
Yeah,
You talked
yeah.
about our thread. We'll post it."
Exactly.
Okay, so this is this. I'm gonna write on here. This is Frig. This is Eric's thing that
Yeah, I
he did.
know.
So
It
this
doesn't say
is
freak. It says Eric.
It does not say Eric.
Mhm.
That's Wallach, because we're gonna put our fingers on it and see how sticky it is. Because I don't know how else to test it. And this is by Annie. So we're gonna put hers right here. We're gonna do a sticky test. I guess that's so funny to me.
You just said that's by Annie, right?
Yeah. I don't know
Okay.
why that's so funny.
I don't know.
All right. We're gonna stick our
Where's the
fingers
Waylock one?
right there. I took the paper off.
Oh, it's on there. Oh,
Okay. Put your finger on it.
Which one?
Both of them. You need 2 fingers. All right. They feel equally
Yeah,
sticky.
they do.
This is the most scientific thing we've ever done.
Yep.
They feel equal to me. I don't know what
go
the
like that.
pricing in comparison is, because I'm not
Sticky.
that good, but I think they feel good. So
And they hold.
They hold. So both good options. Yes.
Look like we're crazy.
You're welcome. We are crazy.
Oh my God. Oh. What is Gloria's talking about? The tip of tearing instead of cutting has worked great for tearing what?
The tape?
Oh, is that it? I always have trouble separating.
I mean, you totally,
You
I
don't need
just
to cut
always
it,
cut
yeah.
it because I'm in the habit of cutting tape because of the fusible tape. And when you rip fusible tape, the paper comes off and then it comes off on the roll and then it's a big.
Mhm.
So you can rip it. You can, both of these. Rip it. Oh, actually, by Annie does not rip. Not easily.
Oh, wow.
So, but the Wallach ripped pretty easily. So I don't know. Rip test, by Annie, not as easy. Stick
So this
test.
one is by
they're
Annie,
both-
right?
That one's by Annie.
Can you write by
So-
Annie on the inside here so I don't
No.
forget?
Why do you need to know? It was free to you. Just take it.
I know. Okay,
Okay.
no problem.
So this is the last
How is
thing.
the tape to sew through?
I've sewn through, because obviously I just opened the by Annie. I've sewn through this one. You're going to get that little gummy ball on your sewing machine needle if you sew through a lot of it, but I don't find that like my thread's breaking or anything, but I keep an alcohol wipe nearby if I'm using a lot of this. But if you do the 1/8 inch, you're way less likely to sew through it. So can you sew through it? Yes. Will it gum up your needle? Yes, eventually. But the 1/8 inch, that's why I've been using this a lot more than the 1/4 inch, because I can like avoid the seam. The only time I have an issue avoiding the seam is when I do the tri-fold handle, because it's hard to judge when you're folding it, like where to put the tape, because I'm doing an 1/8 and a 1/4 inch top stitching. Where do I put the tape on this one? So, but if you're doing like, I was putting in a zipper the other day and I use the 1/8 inch, I don't have to worry about it, because then I don't have to baste my zipper. I can baste it with the tape, put my lining piece on and sew 1/4 inch, and then I don't sew through it at all. So, okay. So
Shelly says, rip it and stick it.
Rip it and stick it. That's our new motto. So I bought this. I'm
Oh dear.
almost afraid to tell you what it is.
That's
I bought this not because it's going to solve a problem I have, but because somebody in a bag making group was like, man, just wait. Somebody in a bag making group that I'm in was like, I found the best thing ever. And then everyone was like, oh my God, I should get that too. So I ordered it.
of course. What is it?
This is for pig ears when you tag them, like the farmers.
Oh God.
I
So
know.
what are you gonna use them
I'm
for?
really sorry, PETA. Well, come here. So supposedly,
God, that's evil looking.
I know.
How the heck do they
Mm,
tag the ear? Ooh.
I know. This This is not tested on animals, not in this room. Please don't be mad at me, PETA. So I was told, and again, this is not a problem that I have, but I was like, okay. So
Oh,
apparently,
we got a guess on what it is.
it's a notcher, but it's for ears, technically. So when you're sewing
Julie
a
calls it something
curve,
else. She calls it a knitcher.
and, you can call it anything you want. I don't have a curve with me, but when you're sewing a curve and you need to do your little clips, this is supposed to take out like triangular pieces and make your curves easier. So
Test it.
I'm going to test it for you because this girl was really enthusiastic about it and was like, oh my God, my life has changed. So we're going to see if it changes either of our lives right now. I just think about the little pig.
Yeah, really. That's like taking a piece out of their ear.
Listen, I understand, but I'm not using this for that
I
purpose.
know, but ew.
Okay,
I'm not impressed.
don't buy it.
I'm not impressed. It's got all these raggy pieces.
It didn't
Hey,
even,
didn't
it
do
only
anything.
cut like one out of, all right, let me do a single layer. Let me see.
It cut not even through the backing.
Let me just try a single piece.
It only cut the top layer.
It's not even, yeah.
No.
Okay.
Leave it for the pigs.
No, don't buy this.
No.
Don't be stupid like me. Okay, so really glad that I bought that. I'm gonna give it to a farmer because I don't need this now.
Cindy goes, I found one that came in a box of 2. The handle is shorter. I haven't used them yet. Well, good luck, Cindy.
Best of luck to you.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that one's gonna be a 0 out of 10 because I'm not impressed. And in all honesty, that's not that hard.
It's a lot easier.
So cutting curves, I'm gonna stick with scissors.
Yeah.
Tiny stapler, I'm very excited about this. I did like the idea on the zipper,
Mhm.
but also I want to try it now on a bag and see, because a lot of people have been using staplers for a long time in bag making. People talk about it in their videos and everything. I think because this one's so tiny, not that I'm encouraging you to sew through it, but like if you hit one of these staples, I don't think it's going to do a crazy amount of damage.
It's like hitting a pin.
Right. It's about the size
sew
of a
over
pin.
pins all the time.
So we all do. My grandmother is rolling in her grave right now. She's like, I taught you better than that. So I think that's probably the appeal of this because of the size and because they're little, that like if you hit it, you're not going to damage your machine. That's just my opinion.
We have another suggestion to use pinking shears.
Yes, that would probably be a lot more fun.
Yeah.
I don't own pinking shears. I used to.
I have my mother's.
I have my grandmother's.
You barely open them because I never use them.
They're over there. I have my grandmother's scissors that I ruined once, and then I had them sharpened. Do you remember when that guy came to the guild to sharpen scissors like 18 years ago? I had him sharpen them. I have not used them since because my grandmother was really mad at me. I didn't know that it was such a problem.
Do you think the stapler will scratch the machine bed? And does it come with a staple remover?
Do I think it will scratch the machine bed? No more than I think a pin would. So I mean, I don't think it's going to be like that bad. And it did not come with a remover. I pulled the one out with my fingernails. Like they're really, really tiny.
They're not long. So
they're not long at all. I mean, they're itty bitty little tiny staples. Like look at the size of this little thing of staples.
They're teeny tiny.
Like that's the little row.
Shallow. They're not.
Yeah, they're. Do I have a ruler?
Is it a 1/4 inch maybe? Well, here's an 1/8.
Well, that's true. They're a little over 1/8 of an inch deep, and they're 1/4 of an inch wide. So I think this is going to be a really fun tool to play with. It's definitely going to go in my tote where I keep all of my cool stuff because I definitely think that I will use this. The pig notcher, not so much. No. Don't think I'm going to be using that. And so the last thing I wanted to tell you guys, I forgot, I did have something else to tell you because I want to read you an email. I was having a conversation with my friend the other day, and I know that this is also something that a lot of you struggle to understand the difference. And so I was like, could you please send me information that I can say out loud so that I can clarify something. So, okay. When we were talking, I talk about my Janome machines. I do work with Janome. But aside from that, I've talked to you about my domestic. I always call my Skyline my domestic. And I talk about my heavy duty, which is the HD9. I do so on both. My HD9 is my preferred bag making machine because it's a heavy duty machine and it goes through layers and it's fast and it's a straight stitch machine. But my Skyline is also good, but it's a domestic. It's also an embroidery machine. So, other than those obvious differences, I get a lot of questions when I talk about feet, like the feet that you can use on a domestic, which are snap-on feet, versus the feet that you screw on to the HD9. And my friend and I were talking, and she was like, they're both high shank machines. So shouldn't both feet work? And the answer is no. Yes, under a technical, like it seems like they should,
Yeah.
but why don't they? And I did try it out. I was like, I have both machines here. Let me try. So I put one of the HD9 feet on my domestic. It fit. The screw went in. It dropped down fine. When I went to move the needle hit the back of the foot, not like it. And yes, I moved my needle position, but it wasn't the side. It was the back. The foot was almost too deep. So I asked Danielle at Genome, can you give me a brief explanation so that I can try to explain this more than heavy duty versus domestic? So this is what she said to clarify this for you. She said there's three major differences between these machines. Number one, the bobbin orientation, which I didn't even think about. The HD9 is a side load, or sometimes they'll call them a front load because it happens on the base of the machine, where the S9 is a drop-in. So the bobbin orientation, they're in two different places. The S9, my domestic, is a 9mm because you can move your needle position from 0 up to 9. So that's what I do when I'm using different feet. The HD9 is a straight stitch. So the feed dogs on the HD9 are narrower than the feed dogs on the S9. And if you look at it, these are things that are so obvious, but I didn't think about. The HD9 feed dogs, because they're never going to have to worry about width, they're very narrow in the middle. This one actually, she said it's a 7-piece feed dog system. From what I can see looking at it, I see 4, where that one I'm seeing the 2.
Yeah.
Okay. The last thing, the HD9, the heavy duty, was designed to incorporate some of the engineering that's found in commercial machines. So it's compatible with commercial grade feet, which are not snap-on feet. So those are the differences, aside from just saying one's heavy duty and one's domestic. So that's why, even though it looks like you can swap them out, you can't. It's not going to work that way. And when we were having this conversation, I'm like, you know what? I've honestly never tried. I just told myself those feet won't work, so don't try. So I put it on and I was like, okay, this is interesting. It's working. And that's why I very gently pulled the needle down. And it, like, if you imagine this part of the foot in the middle where the needle's going to go, it went here. And it was like, if I had tried to sew, it either would have broke the needle or it would have deflected it and pushed it forward and bent the needle. So that's why you can't switch back and forth.
Looking at them, it almost looks like the needle's farther away from the
It probably
than it is on that one.
So when you're talking, when I'm talking about machines, if I'm telling you something with my HD9, there's a very good chance that if you have a Juki or one of the, I think Brother makes one of the straight stitch heavy duty, they're typically a metal machine. Those feet will probably work with those machines. So if you're at home and you're like, I have a Juki, is it the same thing? I can't answer that because Juki, again, has different machines. A lot of theirs are very similar to the HD9. If you're at home and you're like, I have a Bernina, that's a domestic. Like if they don't make a heavy duty straight stitch, chances are you can't swap those feet. When you think about it, Barb has a Pfaff and a Husqvarna. I have a Genome. Our feet won't interchange because each domestic has its own things. I know Bernina, the foot has like its own little ankle that it pops in. Our feet might both be snap-on feet, but the bar is different. So just if you can't interchange from companies, you're probably not going to interchange from 2 different style machines. So that's why I always try to clarify when I'm talking about feet. I wish they would make those feet for the HD9 for the Skyline. I think it would be great to have those for domestic, but there's probably reasons why they don't. There's always a reason whether we can understand it or not. So that is my explanation. I wanted to just, I was like, listen,
That was very informative.
tell me because I don't understand what else to say. And then Heidi and I were talking and she goes, I said, maybe that one's considered low shank. And she's like, I Googled it. It says it's high shank. And I'm like, I don't have all the answers, but I'm going to get them because now I need to know. So Heidi, I hope you're watching. She probably has the kids. She's probably not.
Yeah,
but she'll watch later.
Haven't seen her. Yeah.
So that is all of the information I have. See, we do teach sometimes here, not often.
Occasionally.
Oh,
What?
I uploaded a new video today.
Did you?
I did.
Is that what you were doing when I was working?
Yes. I was working. It was different work. Yes, I uploaded a hardware video. I'm very excited. I had to tell you something that I did and I didn't know I could do. And I was like, oh, so every time I upload a video, the Patreons get it first. Sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's a week, whatever it happens to be. The Patreons always get the video first. So I was having an issue with the Patreon platform because it's slow and the internet here, it makes it even slower. So I tried something different and I was like, could you guys just do me a favor? Tell me if you can see this video, if the link works, the whole thing. So what I was figuring was I'll get it to them before I upload it to the public on my channel. I can add timestamps because I know that you guys love timestamps and I wanted to do it. I wanted to try it out. Well, I couldn't do them after I uploaded the video. So I was like, oh man, I was like, all right, next video, I'm going to have to work on putting timestamps. So just for the fun of it, I sat down last night, getting it ready, and I went through and I wrote in the description, this part starts at this minute and seconds. It works.
Awesome.
When you go into the description, you don't have to watch anything you don't want to. You can actually click the timestamps, which I didn't know you could do if it wasn't like embedded into the video. That means nothing to a lot of you. But I was like, that was actually way easier than I thought. So there's timestamps. Now, when you go on, it's the Hardware 101 video. It's a long video. It's like 2.5 hours. But I want to tell you why. I went from finishes to basic hardware, closures, diva frames. I talked about all of it. And in each segment, I added in little tutorials. So like a really quick, here's how you put a slide on to make an adjustable handle. Here's how you fix a diva frame when the screw won't go in. Here's how you put in a twist lock. I demoed a lot of the pieces. So if you don't want to watch the whole thing, or if you watched it once and you want a refresher and you're like, what did she say about diva frames? You can go into the description, which you just click the little, I don't know if it's 3 dots or an arrow. You click the little thing, it drops it down and you're like, diva frames. Click on the blue number and it takes you right there and you can watch that section. This is not new to YouTube, but it's new to Jessica and she's excited. So
a few people have watched it already.
I know a few people were like, I watched your video, which means you had 2.5 hours to spend this morning and you spent it with me. And I appreciate that. And somebody wrote on it, some person that I do not know. I want to say her name was Jenny. I don't know, but I love her. And she said, I want to give this video, I wish I could give this video more than 1 thumbs up. And I was like, I love you. Let's hug. Like, you're great. I was like, thank you. You made my morning. So I'm just so excited. It's just like when I put the subscribe thing, when I could put that on there and I got really excited. This is just as exciting. I was like, oh, timestamps. So
that is handy because there's nothing worse than having to go through a whole video.
Well, exactly. And especially when something is like this and it's in segments and you're like, oh, I don't want to watch all these. And then you fast forward and then you go back and then a commercial comes on. It's annoying. I know that. So now you just click on it. I'm very, very excited about that. So that will be in other videos because it's exciting. And I'll announce it in the next one. I'll be like, and there's timestamps. Go in the description. I didn't know it was going to work that way.
I'm going to have to go look.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
But thank you again to my Patreon group because they are the best human beings. I love them. And I asked them, I'm like, could one of you just do me a favor? And like 25 people are like, we got it. We watched it. It's great. So, I love them. They're good to me.
We have black back in stock, right?
Black cork?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. But Buzz, I forget who Buzz is.
If it says otherwise, I will check it.
Yeah.
But yes. And
but
there's
the black
more
is back in stock.
There is more black that needs to be cut too. So we definitely have black. I don't think it says out of stock. I'll check.
I don't know.
I can't keep track. What I was doing the other day when all the cork came in, as Eric would cut it, I was in here doing something else. Eric would cut the cork. I would go out, empty the basket, put the cork on the shelf, go to my computer, update all the ones that came in, and then write an email to Barb so she knew what was in. Then go to the back stock table, pick all the orders that needed that cork, put that cork in.
Yeah.
He would cut some more colors. I'd update them, put them away. It went on for hours, but it was done. And then Barb had the list of what was coming, what was in, and all the back orders got done before she got here on Monday.
Exactly. I was planning on doing them on Monday.
And I did them for you.
I had nothing to do.
I'm amazing. I know.
Almost as amazing as me.
It's the goal. I'm working
I'll tell
towards, you know?
You're right. We're the dynamic duo.
Did we name ourselves that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. We're allowed to. So I think that was everything. My watch is mad at me because it's telling me I need to stand up. I'll stand up when I'm done. Sometimes my Apple Watch is annoying. Oh, did you move? Are you exercising? No, I'm not actually. I reached for something and overexerted myself. So anyway, the last thing that I will tell you before we leave, I told you a while ago I filmed Eric threading the HD9.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's comical. That video will be out shortly. It's not very long, but I do want to actually straight on film threading it because it's hard to not listen to him. And then also you're looking at the side of my arm and the machine. So I will do like a proper threading. And then if you want to stay and watch him, it's entertaining to say the least.
I'm sure it is.
I forgot because it's been a few weeks and I'm sitting on the couch. My dog's sitting next to me. He's sound asleep and we're editing this video together, me and Roxy. She's my editing manager.
Okay.
And I'm cracking up because I forget some of the bonehead things that he said. It was really funny. So I'm gonna work on that one. But I think that's everything. So it's Passover and it's Good Friday and it's Easter weekend and it's a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't apply to me because I don't really do holidays. But if you do, happy whatever day.
That's true.
Have a great day. I had to ask my mom today. I said, "Is today a holiday? Because Genomi's closed," and I didn't ask why. She goes, "Well, it's Good Friday." I was like, "It's not Black Friday." Then she goes,
"I know why the school was closed."
She goes, "It's also Passover," and I was like, "I'm really good at remembering stuff."
Me too.
So I don't like Easter food except the candy. I don't like ham and I don't like cabbage and I don't like all that junk. Yeah. And our aunt is having something and I was like, I don't really want to go because I can't stand the smell of Easter. It's just like, ugh. And hard-boiled eggs and vinegar and just, ugh. No. So I opt out. I will be here working instead.
I will be on my long arm working.
I will be making kits for Paducah.
Shanna will be on the long arm working. And Sean will probably be doing templates.
I do have a pile for him. So that's all. So happy holiday to you if you
agree.
Have a holiday.
Yeah.
And that's it. So I have nothing else to say.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. All right. We're gonna say goodbye. Are you doing it? Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try knocking everything over.
Bye, guys.
Okay, where do I go? X.